Welcome back to another Architect Reacts video. Today I'm going to react to a peaceful Japanese house surrounded by greenery. This is a architect's design based in Hiroshima, Japan. The architect is named Hayato Komatsu. Look at that intro shot. You have this very nice blend of the architecture there blending in with its surroundings. That's one of the things about Japanese style architecture, in that they are very respectful to the surroundings of the building. So you can see that the color palette of the materials matches with this rock formation slash highway tunnel running through there to the side. And then also they brought the greenery in, which is a very, very nice touch. Lovely music here. It's a very nice transition spaces here. I'll do a more thorough breakdown once I get the plans for this scheme. But basically you do have this nice transition space. Again, I keep going on about transition spaces, but this is very, very vital when you're doing a design. Otherwise you get a prison-like structure where you enclose the space and it's not very welcoming. It's very, very economical to do this as well, where you use some of the what many people would call dead space outside and you bring that into the house. So when you open up these sliding doors, you have this connection and you expand your spaces quite easily just by sliding these doors open. That's very popularized in Japanese architecture with the use of sliding doors and partitions, and they're great for occasion spaces. So if you have a smaller house or a smaller plot size, then you can partition it up depending on the occasion and you configure it appropriately. That's very classical in Japanese Zen-like architecture, where it also blends in with the outside spaces. So that's also another key pointer to state here. The use of wood as a material is also highly done within Japanese architecture. You do have the slender structural members there as well. It's probably steel that's holding up the main structure in terms of columns. Then you have the beams, which are timber running across at the roof base. This is popularized within the international style that was brought over with the Japanese architects going over to Europe and the Americas to expand on their craft, and basically they brought that back to Japan. It's most heavily popularized within the Bauhaus style coming out of Germany, where form follows function and they have barely minimum structures. They love to have lightweight forms and a rejection of ornamentation, so they keep everything very simplistic. It's a very nice use of the materials here. I mean, look at that shot. I mean, I could sit here and stare at this for a very long time and get very inspired by the spaces themselves. It's not just about the building, it's about the connection of the building and the scenery. It's about respecting that. Again, that harks back to the Zen-like nature of Japanese interior design. What a great video there. I'm going to leave a link to the original website below where I got this video from, and then also to the architect themselves. They've got a great description and a great photo montage of all of the clips that you've seen today. A very good use of materials as expected from someone who's a trained architect. And I also admire Japanese architecture as an art itself, with all these sort of rules and regulations and sentiment that goes out within their design. They do a very good job with making the best use of the spaces that they have. The biggest point for me is the efficiency of these designs. A lot of the plot sizes in Japan are very small, and they make efficient use of the multifunction spaces with the sliding doors and the sliding walls. They have efficient use of the materials, so they're not taking up too much of the spaces themselves, and then they keep in touch with nature with the big openings that open up into the outside transition spaces. All elements combine to make a very beautiful product. I would love to visit it one day.